Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday morning. It's May 13th, 2024. Great to be with all of you today. Happy birthday to our good friend Stacy. Today is her birthday, May 13th. Also to a good friend Allie, and to my grandfather, who would have been about 110 years old today. Happy birthday to everybody who shares the same day, May 13th. So great to be with all of you today. I apologize last week. I did try to do the daily bites from the airplane on Monday morning, and apparently I had the mute button on, so that didn't work out too well. And then Thursday, I came back from California and did not have any time to get the bites done. I did get back a little bit late, right when the market opened, so I went ahead and took a pass on the bites. But we're back today on Monday morning, so great to be with all of you today. So thank you for joining me. So let's talk about the markets here. So last week, surprisingly, markets were up pretty strong and had a good week, even though the Russell 2000 fell a little bit on Friday. It still had a pretty strong week, and it's looking like it's going to be breaking out fairly soon. I see that Russell 2000 is up about 0.75% this morning. It was down quite a bit more on Friday, and it's making a move towards that 207, 208 level. If you can get above there, I think 212 is the next target for the IWM. Let's take a look at that chart for just a moment here. I do think that if this market is going to continue on, it's got to have the support of the small caps, 100%, because this is where the breath comes from, right? We do have an area of resistance right here at about the 210, 212 area, which I just mentioned, and it's trying to if it gets above Friday's high, that's a key for today and for the rest of the week. And get above this high level of about let's call it 206 and change. We're just a little bit below there right now. If we get above that level today, higher high and a higher low, that's going to be a real positive. And again, some resistance right here at about 208 and change. I mentioned that as well too. And above there, 212. All-time highs into the 220. So we're pretty far away from that. We're probably a good 8 or 9% from away from the all-time highs. But the chart is looking rather constructive, looking a lot better. And again, small caps leading or to the upside is going to drag the rest of the markets up. Now, what is going to help the small caps leading to the upside? Of course, it's interest rates. Lower interest rates are going to help small cap stocks. And every time we've seen the 10-year yield drop, the 20-year yield drop, the 30-year, and interest rates start dropping, we see the small caps starting to perform better. So, and that's actually what happened here since the middle of April. The Russell was about 191, 192, and we're up to getting to 207, 206. So it is up about a good 10%, well, almost 10%. So again, this is something you got to pay attention to regularly with these markets. If the small caps are performing well, it's going to help drag up the rest of the market, the NASDAQ, the industrials. Now, speaking of the industrials, very strong couple of weeks here. And in fact, I think the Dow industrials have been up about 8 sessions in a row. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, 8 sessions in a row. It's moved from the DIA has moved from about 378 all the way up to 395. That's about 5% in about 8 sessions. Pretty strong move, and you can see how the DIA has traced out a W pattern down to left. We pulled back up, retest that first low, which is the bottom of the first W. And then right back up again, carving the right-hand side of the base. Decent volume on the recent updates as well too, and new all-time highs on the DIA, not too far away from back in March. And I think the Dow Industrials were a little bit over 40,000 back at the end of March. So we are making a move on that level here right now. S&P 500 is also within spitting distance of an all-time high. We've got the S&P 500 closed on Friday at 52.22. The old all-time high intraday was, I believe, 52.65 or 52.64 and change. So about 42 points away, and that means about 0.75%, maybe 0.8%. That could certainly happen in one session, right? We had recently on the breadth a new all-time high in cumulative breadth. This is something that my good friend Larry McMillan talks about, and we've often seen when the cumulative breadth reaches an all-time high, the indices are not far away from also reaching an all-time high. So we can look for that to happen. So what's going to happen if the markets hit an all-time high here, let's say this week, right? We have to ascertain what's going to happen next, and we do have some news coming out tomorrow. The PPI, the CPI. We do have Chair Powell speaking tomorrow morning as well too. But the thing is that if we hit an all-time high and the markets are overbought, there's going to be an excuse for selling. Maybe it's not right away, but within the coming days. So I would recommend, if you're long, you start taking positions off the table, lightening up, taking some money, some risk down, and then make an assessment after that and see how things go. All right, that's my advice to you. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking some risk down today. I have some risk on with some trades from last week, and hopefully going to be booking in some profits today. And I have some SPY calls. We have some IWM calls, and Microsoft, and a few other things as well too. So we're going to be working on those things. So I think I wanted to share with you one more chart here, which is the New York Stock Exchange advanced declines. And you can see that this has been kind of moving up and down on the advanced decline issues. And the NASDAQ is actually looking a lot better. So we did have a negative print here on Friday. It's been moving back and forth, but by and large, I think that this is an indicator that is starting to turn more positive, right? We're getting a lot more prints above zero over the past 4 or 5 months, certainly since the beginning of the year. And this is an important indicator to make sure that the markets are in sync, right? We want to make sure that the volume is strong, the breadth is good, put call ratios are low, volatility is low, price action is strong. So we've been able to check all those boxes off, and I think that the a new high is not going to be too far away. Of course, it's going to be talked about a lot in the financial media, but remember something: whatever the other people are saying, whatever the financial media is saying, has no relevance as to what you're doing, right? I mean, you can certainly ride along with it if you're in your long-term portfolios, your IRAs or stuff like that, and find opportunities to buy some dips when the market does pull back a little bit. But by and large, for the traders out there, what you hear out there is certainly irrelevant to what you're doing. What you're doing is taking profits, protecting your capital, raising cash, being a little bit more aggressive when the opportunity affords itself to be aggressive, and then wash, rinse, and repeat. That's what we do. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys, and have a great day. Have a great trading day. We'll have some more ideas coming up later on this week. We have some earnings. First, I want to let you know tomorrow morning, Home Depot is coming out before the open. Sony as well too. After the close on Wednesday, we'll have Cisco. And then before the open on Thursday is Walmart. So you got 3 Dow industrial names going to be reporting this week. Other than that, not a whole heck of a lot of names that I find some interest in. But you never know. If the charts look good and the in Chaikin Analytics, which I check every single day, looks solid, there could be some opportunities on some names. So if you're in the chat room, you'll hear about that. If you're not, well, I'm sorry, you're not going to hear about all this stuff. So come on into the chat room and join us. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate everybody spending a little bit of time with me. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today. Had a couple errand to run this morning, but we're moving on, and I'll see you guys all back on Thursday morning. Have a great trading day. Have a good couple of trading days. Remember, take it easy with this week, especially tomorrow. We get the PPI numbers coming out. It was a little bit less than expected last time around. Pretty hot back in February, though. We have the CPI number coming out Wednesday morning, and also retail sales for April are going to be coming out too. So those are 2 important reports coming out. And don't forget, Chair Powell is going to be speaking tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. So have a great day, everyone. I appreciate everyone spending a little time with me again, and I'll see you guys all on Thursday morning. Take care. Bye.